Welcome back to Red Star Raceway and round one of the Extreme Festival. We've seen lots of action so far. We continue now with the Silverton Bolton Nut Challenge. And it looks like things at the front have got a slight different feel and look to them. Have a look at who is in sixth place here as they come heading down into turn number one. Oh, a good start here from one of the four-ways bikes. I think that's Rian Faree. But at the front end, starting to chop and change. Enzo Bettini, the sexiest bike in the world, is there in fifth place and fighting hard. But at the front end, it looks like Sandra Shelley has got to the front and looks like she's going to live up to the name that Shelley is in South African motorcycle racing. Untouchable.
Yeah, the men have got a big battle on their hands here. They've some fast lady riders out there, Sandra Shelley being one of them. And then we've got the likes of Savannah Woodward as well out there on the Munro racing bike. But look at this, 35 motorcycles of all different CC, 600, 2000. We even have a naked MV Brutale there with Joe Herbig there, running in a top 5 at the moment. So great ride there. Rode the bike here, had his breakfast, put some fuel in, and now he's racing.
I love that. It's a way to go racing. Well done, Joe Herbig. And all problems there. Looks like a couple of guys running wide and a couple of evasive maneuvers having to be taken. Some of the riders, I'm not quite sure who that was, but just getting it completely wrong through the flick-flack section onto that back straight, the N12. At the front end, Henk Scheiling is starting to make his way slowly but surely into a potential second place. He's onto the back end of that CBR of Sorrel Marais and looking dangerous. There are the other two naked bikes with Savannah Woodward in the middle on the Munro Honda. And of course the two naked bikes have been in question right there. Z1000s out of Four Ways motorcycles.
Sandra Shelley has just up and disappeared in this race. The lady rider has got a very comfortable gap at the front. She's going to come to the line to take the Class A win. But no matter where you look down the field, there is racing aplenty. And this is exactly what people have paid their entry fee to come watch.
Yeah, and brilliant stuff there from the young lady, taking Class A ahead of Henk Scheiling and of course Sorrel Marais. Class B eventually to Enzo Bettini and Johan Nokia. Savannah Woodward comes through for third, and Class C went to Gareth Jackson. Straight into race two. Big entry there from the Milwaukee team, which is great to see. Some new riders joining that team and some older riders that have been around for a while. Stephen Biggin a bit further back, also on an ITR Racing Honda CBR. As they head down towards turn one, it's 30 odd riders heading into turn one. Could get a bit nasty, and usually does, but fortunately, well, I say fortunately, one rider going wide and onto the grass.
That's the perfect line, just straight line it so you can get the speed down the back straight and just slipstream past everyone. But yeah, 35 bikes filtering through there cannot be easy. But it is that lady again. Sandra Shelley is out front, and Sorrel Marais and Sam Smith and Joe Herbig right up there. Mornay Portkita, Henk Scheiling, Enzo Bettini, Rian Faree, and Andre van Staden just running there in the top 10. But Sandra Shelley, you can only be impressed with what that lady's doing out front.
Nice to see Matthew Schultz out there as well, all the way from Bulawayo, part of the Munro team, doing a super effort. But Mornay Portkita is under massive pressure now. The Morphine Racing Kawasaki, you can see on his tail, slowly but surely, the Bike Addict Honda CBR. That's an old Fireblade, and it's certainly still got enough little ponies to play around here.
Joe Herbig, Hugh Beauty on that MV Augusta. He's got another naked bike just behind him, dicing him there. So watch out for that. And I love that name of the racing team, Morphine Racing. That's what you need to race out there with 35 bikes on the grid with you. You really got to know what you're doing. And you can just see, again, great racing all the way through the field here. This is what South Africans motorsport is about. But Sandra Shelley showing them all the way through. But a much better ride here from Sorrel Marais, sticking a bit closer to the lady rider there in second place.
Now that's the battle for Class A at the front end. Checkered flag about to come out once again. A double on the day for Sandra Shelley, beating Sorrel Marais and Sam Smith for Class A honours. Class B going to Enzo Bettini on that magnificent Honda CBR of his. Rian Faree eventually comes through in second place on the Four Ways motorcycle Z1000. And Class C eventually going to Gareth Jackson again. A double for him. Let's catch up with our winner, Sandra Shelley.
It was pretty amazing, I completed the race, and then when I looked again, the race was over. And I really just want to thank my dad, my mom, my best friend Michaela, my brother, and everyone who stood behind me.